Wandarga, Ngatokatil Harold Ludwick. I'm a Bulkon Water man. I'm from Haufel, Turpil country. My symbol is a black cockatoo, what we call Ngura. But I'm sitting here in Wanda country, the white cockatoo, at the James Cook Museum, in a very, very special place for the Waimbur people. And Waimbur is a very sacred area for our people because all the clans and tribes of the surrounding area could come here to negotiate peace instead of going to full-scale war. So it was a very important place where blood was not to be spilt. And that's a very significant part when we talk about the visit of Cook. Cook and the Endeavour were being watched by Bamange from all down south, all the way up here. And so in our language we say, for a boat or canoe, it's kulngoy. So yara kulngoy karara, wala doko nganilbe. So when they got here, they realized that it was a big ship. Cook was very lucky because if he would have landed a kilometer or more to the north, could have been a different story. This is where I talk about reciprocity, because Captain Cook and his men threw a fish to our people and our people grabbed it. There was a practical use for that, food. And the reciprocity is that they bought a fish the next morning back to Captain Cook and his men. Our people didn't realize he was replenishing his supplies to go back to England as well. So on the 19th of July, 1770, a couple of our people went on board, and they seen 12 to 15 turtle on board the deck of the Endeavour, and they got upset because our people live a subsistence lifestyle. We only take what we need. So Captain Cook writes in his journals, a couple of savages or Indians tried to steal a turtle. In actual fact, they were trying to release that turtle, because if they were female turtle, even worse, because a female turtle in our language is called mami, and mami means boss. So she's the integral part of contingent resources in the area. And they couldn't get it over the side. So this is where they got upset. Our people got upset. They went ashore. They lit the grass up around Captain Cook's tents, the nets. Captain Cook shot at them with a small shot. Shot one of our people through the leg or the shoulder. Pursued them along the foreshore to a place down here called Reconciliation Rocks now. But this is the important part of the story, because this is where cultural governance stopped a sovereign nation, the colonial nation, in their tracks. He asserted his cultural governance being the elder of this area. He walked out in front of Captain Cook with a broken spear, wiping sweat and blowing it towards Captain Cook. And this, in our custom, is what we do. We mask people with our sweat, so our spirits will believe that you're one of us. They look after you, hold you tight and keep you safe. And that's a very important moment, because Yaparigo, the little old man, he was calling Captain Cook Tawon, like a friend, more than an enemy, even though Captain Cook desecrated this land by spilling blood. So with that, Captain Cook understood with the broken spear that this little old man was saying no more fighting, because the spear he held was broken. So that represented peace, no fighting. And Captain Cook had a presence of mind to understand this. And with that, he handed back a bundle of spears he collected along the foreshore while chasing the Aboriginal people. And from then on, they had a mutual respect for each other. However, that afternoon, our people lit the hills up around Cooktown, because we had to cleanse this area from desecration from Cook, spilling blood intentionally on this land. So our people lit all the hills up around here to cleanse it with the smoking ceremony, like our people still do today. And Banks didn't realize this either, but he recorded this in his journal. He said that, the hills look so magnificent at night, lit up and fires everywhere and things like that. What is very important for the Guugu Yimithirr people is that our story also reflects the myth of Terra Nullius, because they say Terra Nullius came around because there was no law. What did the little old man do with Captain Cook? He asserted his cultural governance, a law of this area. They say people had no ownership of land. Hold on, why did tribes come here, clans come here to negotiate peace? Because there was a feud amongst different estates of the clans. They say there was no agriculture and things like that. I can take you out the bush and show you where there's trees that shouldn't be growing. Our people practice it. They carried the seed from one area to another area. We have law. We had respect, reciprocity, and humanity. There's not much talked about the humanity of the indigenous people in this country. We all always learn about the colonial side and their history and their journals and things like that. But now we can add to these journals what they seen, what they encountered. And the most interesting thing is that although there were no opportunity for communication because of the language barrier, so what transpired from that is that Sidney Parkinson mainly recorded 130 to 150 words from here, from this very language, the Guugu Yimithirr language. And that one word, one of those words are now used universally all around the world, and it's kangaroo. But when it was taken from here, and what we still use today is kangoro, kangoro. And kangoro means the eastern grey and the eastern grey only. But when they took that word back to England, it was embedded in the English dictionary as a hopping marsupial of Australia. But kangaroo means the eastern grey, the eastern grey only. The big red isn't called a kangaroo. He'll have his own name. The little wallaby we got, his name is Qatar. A lot of people don't know when they're saying kangaroo or kangaroo nowadays, they're saying eastern kangaroo. But then again, they get lost in translation when they took it from here, that very word. So if you're saying that in China, Russia, Greenland, or even here in Australia, you are indirectly speaking the Guugu Yimithirr language of this country from 1770, recorded by Sidney Parkinson and Cook on the Endeavour voyage, and it's still here today.